All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Brian Lee Durfee. You can see my name there, sort of. Author of The Forgetting Moon. It's this book right here. Starting out bad, folks. And The Blackest Heart. God damn. All right. I've been shooting a few videos today, and we've had some trouble. My camera stand tipped over and broke. So we're struggling. We're struggling, guys. I'm gonna have to get a new camera stand. But what we're doing today is we're reviewing book number, I think it's 5 in the Leaphorn and Chee series by Tony Hillerman. You know, I've got the other, I've got all the entire Tony Hillerman mystery series right there. Yeah, book 5 we are doing. I reviewed books 1, 2, 3, and 4 on my channel earlier. You can find those reviews if you just search for them on the channel. But now we're doing The Dark Wind, book number 5. Came out in 1982. We always talk about the covers. They do a great job. I love the fact that they have kept these covers all consistent throughout. The entire series looks nice on the shelf because all the books have similar covers. And so I got to give a shout out to the publisher for that, for doing a great job with just the covers. You know, I love illustration and graphic design, and these are done well. And they're about the desert Southwest, and so they've always got a desert Southwest theme. And they're about the Navajo Tribal Police Department. Lieutenant Leaphorn and Sergeant Jim Chee. These are our main characters. The Navajo Tribal Police Department. This book starts out with some Hopi Indians. They're out there hiking, and they find a dead Navajo kid laying out in the desert, and they're like, you know, he's been skinned. His hands, all of the palms of his hands and fingers have been skinned and flayed off. So have the palms of his, well, the soles of his feet have also been flayed off in some sort of ritual killing. And the Hopi Indians are like, well, this sucks for this guy. You know, we should probably mention something to the authorities, but we are in the midst of our, what they call the Neeman Kachina Sacred Ancestor Prayer ritual, and which is supposed to bring, you know, a lot of good fortune to the Hopi Indians and the Hopi Indian ancestors in the afterlife. And so they don't want to go to the police with this body that they've found because they think it's going to mess with that prayer ritual. So they're just like, we do a vow here, we don't speak of it, you know, we'll let the police find this murder on their own. It's not our business, not our problem. And so that's where they leave it. Now, in the meantime, Sergeant Jim Chee of the Navajo Tribal Police, he is like out in the desert himself, and he sees what it looks like a plane crash. Now, a small plane, right? But what happens is when he gets to the plane crash, some of the people that he thinks should be in the plane are gone, and it looks like a drug smuggling operation gone wrong, and all the cocaine is missing. He's kind of aware that there's some cocaine trafficking going on out in the desert out here, so he's kind of aware of that. And he's like, this plane has crashed. There's some dead people in a plane, but I know the cocaine is not here, and some of the people that should be in the plane are now missing. And then that involves Jim Chee in this mystery where the authorities actually think that Jim Chee might be a bad cop, and he might be the one smuggling drugs, because they're like, hey, you're out there by yourself. All we got's 2 bodies out there in the plane and missing drugs, and you're the only one to witness this. So Jim Chee, maybe you're the drug smuggler, right? So it all goes downhill from there. Everything goes downhill from there. Now Sergeant Jim Chee has to figure out a way to convince people that he's not a drug smuggler. And then we've got this dead body that he eventually finds that's got the flayed skin and the missing feet. Not the missing feet, but the bottoms of the feet are missing. But by this time, the whole body's been decomposed and gnawed at by critters to the point where Jim Chee doesn't realize that the fact that the missing skin is even a problem. It just looks like a decomposed body at this point. And then, you know, word gets to him that these Hopi Indians kind of might have seen the body when it was in a little more freshly killed state. And then it all ties back to one of the things that I like is prison stories. A lot of this ties back to a prison riot, huge prison riot that had happened a long time ago, and we get some flashback scenes into that, and I love prison stuff, and so I was kind of intrigued by that. So all kind of three things, the dead body, the plane, the cocaine, and this prison riot, all of it is entwined in this like very complex mystery set on the Navajo tribal reservation, and it's just like all the other Leaphorn and Chee novels that I've got up here by Tony Hillerman. It's great if you want to learn a lot about the Navajo Nation and the Hopi Nation and a lot of their mysteries and things that go on with them, a lot of their sacred rituals. Tony Hillerman does it right. You know, that's why I read these, is because I grew up down in that neighborhood. And so I'm very intrigued by, you know, this whole society and how it, and how the desert Southwest just is full of magic and mystery, and it seems like death is around every corner, and that everything out there can kill you. And these are like adventure novels / mysteries / westerns. That's why I keep my Tony Hillerman novels right there next to my Louis L'Amour westerns, because I think they're one and the same. I give the whole series huge shout out, and I give this book number 5, The Dark Wind, a 8.5 out of 10. It's a great addition to the series. Like I said, we're going to review them all, so stay tuned.